Have you ever felt like your brain works differently from everyone around you? You notice things they don't. You question things they simply accept. And sometimes, you see the solution before they've even realized there's a problem. That doesn't automatically mean you're a genius. But there are certain thinking patterns often associated with highly intelligent people. And the strange part? Some of them can make your life harder. Here are 7 of them. Number 1, you see connections everywhere. Most people see events. You see patterns. Someone says something today, and suddenly you remember something from 3 months ago. A conversation, a mistake, a behavior. And your brain connects them. You don't even try to do it. It just happens. You notice repeated behaviors. You spot inconsistencies. You predict what someone is going to say before they say it. And once your brain starts seeing these connections, it's almost impossible to turn it off. That's why high analytical people can sometimes seem like they're overthinking. They're not always overthinking. They're processing more connections. Number 2, you can't stop asking why. Someone tells you, that's just how it works. And your brain immediately goes, why? You get an explanation. You ask another question. Then another. Because you're not satisfied with knowing what happens. You want to know why it happens. And then you want to know what happens if one part of the system changes. This is how deeper mental models are built. But there's a downside. You can become extremely difficult to convince. Everyone says so isn't evidence to you. You want logic. You want proof. You want the explanation underneath the explanation. Number 3, you think several moves ahead. Before making a decision, your brain is already playing out the consequences. If I do this, then this happens, which causes that, which creates another problem. So you consider another option, then another. It's basically a mental simulation running in the background, and this can be incredibly useful. You prepare for problems before they happen. You notice risks other people don't see. You have backup plans for your backup plans. But there's a dark side. Your brain can generate so many possible outcomes that making a simple decision suddenly feels impossible. Everyone else sees one path, you see 20. Number 4, you genuinely need time alone. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean you're antisocial. Sometimes your brain simply needs silence. No notifications, no conversations, no noise. Just space to think. Because when you're constantly consuming information, your brain never gets the chance to organize it. That's why you might leave a crowded room feeling completely drained, but spend 2 hours alone and suddenly feel normal again. You don't necessarily hate people. You just don't want constant stimulation. And when you finally have a meaningful conversation, you want to go deep. Psychology, life, you want to understand everything. The things that actually make you think. Small talk can feel exhausting. Number 5, you automatically fix things. This one is painfully relatable. We have all been in this situation. You see a process that takes 10 steps and immediately think, why are we doing this in 10 steps? You find a shortcut. You reorganize the system. You make everything more efficient. You automate something. You create a better way of doing it. And because your brain naturally searches for problems to solve, this way, you are always making things around you better. Number 6, you're brutally honest with yourself. This might be one of the most important ones. When something goes wrong, you don't only ask, who caused this? You ask, what did I do wrong? Where did my judgment fail? What did I miss? What should I have done differently? Because you can't improve something you refuse to admit is broken. Number 7, you protect your mental energy. Most people manage time. You may have learned to manage something more important, attention. Because 8 free hours don't mean 8 productive hours. Your brain has peak moments. Maybe you're sharp in the morning. Maybe you're unstoppable at midnight. Maybe there's one part of the day when complex problems suddenly feel easy. So you protect it. You don't waste your best mental hours on meaningless tasks. You save deep work for when your brain is strongest. And you leave simple tasks for when your energy drops. Because intelligence isn't just about how much you can think. So if you recognized yourself in several of these patterns, don't ask, am I smarter than everyone else? Ask something much more useful. What could I accomplish if I actually learned how to use my mind properly?